Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today I have Rumella Cameron with us. She's the CEO and founder of Conversance Business Solutions. So welcome to the show, Rumella.
Thank you so much for having me, Tyler. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for hopping on. We'll dive in. The first question I have for you, Rumella, is what's the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
So when I was looking at this question, I was actually pondering on a few things because, for someone of my age, I'm pretty young, so you wouldn't expect half of the things that I've gone through. But one of the stories that sticks with me the most is the fact that I became a young mom at 17 to my daughter. And this is during high school. And the most valuable information out of this is that not only did I have that to overcome, I also had preeclampsia and literally almost lost my life, by giving birth. But I still was able to continue my education, graduated 5th in my class, one of the top students. I had, scholarships, straight A's. And then the reason why I bring this up is the fact that if it wasn't for me being a mother, I probably wouldn't have that much drive that I have now to make me, motivated to want to keep, rising up, or at least trying to go for something much higher than what I'm currently doing or did before. And I felt like, being a mom, I had to make sacrifices. And it pretty much created the person I am today.
Gotcha. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that story. And the next question I have for you is, what's the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
So my industry is the virtual assistant industry. And what that is pretty much we provide virtual assistant services. And the reason why it's very valuable to hire someone that's either provided that kind of service is that it allows privately held companies, small business to medium-sized businesses. It allows them to be able to focus on revenue generating functions of their business, higher level goals, so that they can go ahead and scale their business so they can grow. Because when you partner with a company or hire a virtual assistant, it allows you to focus on more important things in the business. There's the day-to-day activities that you can outsource, you can leverage. And I believe the most powerful thing about that is it not only saves you on overhead, but it saves you on time, it saves you on money. And you can't grow a business without having a team.
And what's your best piece of overall business advice, so not necessarily industry specific?
My best advice is specifically to entrepreneurs is that if you have an idea, and that you want to take it somewhere. Don't ponder on the idea. Put it down on paper and start creating a list of goals and different tasks that you can do to help you achieve those goals. And the number one thing I will say to you is just get started.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
My younger self, I would have told her to get started.
Nice, I like it. And in your opinion, what's the key to happiness?
The key to happiness is being able to have the most time available to you to spend with family and friends and be able to do the things that you enjoy in life.
And what's the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
The best book that I'm actually still reading is Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. I love this book because he's having an interview with the devil. And my takeaway from this book so far is that you have a positive energy and there's a negative energy. And if you don't have the right mindset to be able to, you know, focus on your dreams, focus on your goals, you know, try to get rid of that negative energy. It can hinder you. It can stop you from truly achieving your highest potential.
And yes, I actually listened to that book on audio like a while back, and it is an incredible book. So
Yeah.
thanks for mentioning that. And what is your favorite quote and why?
There's a quote that I actually used to have on my business card when I first got started. And if it either will, I think it goes like, either we will find a way or we will make one. And I don't know who the person who originated this quote, but I love this because the type of person I am, I'm a go-getter, and I'm very hands-on. So if I set my mind to something, I'm going to do everything in my power and more to make sure I achieve it.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on. The last question I have for you before we let you go is, where's the best place for people to find you online?
So you can definitely visit our website at conversance.biz, that's conversance.biz. You can also find me on Facebook at Rumella La Diva Cameron, as well as LinkedIn.
Perfect. Thank you again for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Tyler.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.